I'm Caleb from Caleb's Aviation. Welcome back to another episode of Aviation News. There's quite a lot to cover today, so let's get right to it. First up, there's been a crash by a Dash 8 in Kenya. It's unclear what caused this accident, but as you can see, the Dash 8 sustained some pretty major damage. Luckily, no one died in this incident, and the sunlight really shows how severe the damage was to the aircraft. This accident is currently under investigation by relevant authorities. However, I do not think we'll know what happened with this for a long time, and luckily there were no fatalities as a result. Keeping with theme, there's been a tragic helicopter crash in Hawaii. 3 have been killed and 2 are severely injured. This helicopter was out with tourists on a sightseeing flight, and it's still very unclear how this accident occurred. Luckily, 2 passengers escaped with only major injuries. As I mentioned, this crash's investigation is still in its infancy, but expect a full video once we know more. Additionally, there's been a tragic crash involving an Air Canada CRJ900 colliding with a fire truck upon landing at LaGuardia Airport. Unfortunately, this crash resulted in many passengers getting injuries, and both pilots aboard the CRJ were killed in this tragic event. This crash is still under investigation by the NTSB and other authorities, but again, expect a full accident and analysis video all about this incident when it comes out. Next up, Finnair have ordered 46 Embraer 195 E2 aircraft, valued at more than $2.7 billion US. This is exciting news, and marks another happy E2 customer for Embraer. Finnair already fly an existing fleet of 12 Embraer 190 aircraft, and the E2 will help the carrier expand and grow on their short to medium haul routes. It's also exciting news for Embraer, as the only other European airline operating the E2 is KLM, who fly a significant fleet of Embraer aircraft, with more E2s coming to them in the coming years as well. Next up, United Airlines will take on more A321neos. They will also take on 40 A321neo Coastliner variants and 50 A321 XLRs. For those who are confused, here's a quick explanation. Here are the cabins on the current A321neo, which look pretty good. And this summer United will take on 2 new A321neo variants, the Coastliner and the XLR. Basically, here's the situation. The Coastliner is not a separate type of aircraft, it's a standard A321neo. However, it will be deployed on premium heavy transcontinental routes, which is why it has lie flat beds in business class, as well as a brand new elevated economy class cabin. And then the second aircraft, the XLR, which will also feature lie flat beds on a narrow body aircraft, but will have closing door suites and cross the oceans. Basically, that's all to say, if you find yourself on a United Airlines A321neo, you'll be in for a great ride, no matter which one it is, especially since their standard variant A321neo is already so great. You can see from the promotional video here just how great the new interiors look on the Coastliner and the XLR. Additionally, their existing A321neos also look great as you saw earlier, and I'm confident that these aircraft will be popular with passengers and crew alike, especially since the new Coastliner and XLR bring United Premium Plus, and their existing A321neos will eventually be retrofitted to have the new economy and premium economy cabins, and keep the standard first class recliner chairs on the standard A321neo. The Coastliner and the XLR will be the exceptions. The Coastliner to be deployed on transcontinental routes like New York City to San Francisco and LA mean it will have the lie flat beds just like JetBlue send their lie flat A321s across the country. Additionally, the XLR will be a great option also with lie flat beds to cross the ocean with United. Moving on, Qantas have revealed their very first Airbus A350, which is being prepared for final assembly to take on their Project Sunrise mission. These aircraft will eventually be flying for more than 22 hours on the Project Sunrise routes, and Qantas have selected the A350-1000 ULR. You can also see here some promotional images of the cabin for this 22-hour journey, and I'm hopefully going to be on one of the inaugural flights. Moving on, Philippine Airlines will connect Manila to Chicago non-stop for the very first time with one of their Airbus A350s. This is very exciting, as there's never been a non-stop link between Chicago and Manila in the Philippines, as the carrier continues to expand. Chicago will also get a brand new service this summer, with EgyptAir inaugurating a flight between Cairo and Chicago. This is exciting in fact because EgyptAir have never flown to the USA, and a non-stop flight from Chicago to Cairo promises to be an exciting and popular run. Moving on, all of the big 3 US airlines have hit 100 years of operation, which is pretty exciting. It is fairly uncommon for companies to stick around for 100 years, especially airlines, and the fact that all 3 major US airlines are now 100 years old is quite an achievement for each and every one of them. Talking 100 years, German flag carrier Lufthansa have also celebrated 100 years of operations, and have painted several of their aircraft in a special 100-year livery. This has to be one of the best centennial liveries out there, and for more information about Lufthansa and the 100-year celebration, check out the video above by the guys at Flight Radar 24. I highly recommend it. And the final headline for today, Narsarsuaq Airport in Narsarsuaq, Greenland, is coming to a close, with no more fixed-wing flights being allowed into the airport. Narsarsuaq is a particularly dangerous airport, and they've built a newer airport further south that will serve as the replacement and be a lot safer.
Narsarsuaq is surrounded by steep cliffs that create powerful wind gusts. A strong crosswind could knock the King Air off course and send it crashing down onto the icebergs below.
Heading back to Narsarsuaq. It got better, but it could get worse. At this point, we've got to land at Narsarsuaq now.
But you can't rush this landing. High mountains and a steep descent make it one of the most dangerous in the world.
Get ready to... You're going way too fast. Slow her down, slow her down.
Stu knows this plane, but Carrie's flown this approach many times.
Okay, not quite that fast. 900 feet a minute. You're doing 15. All powered out.
Stu hasn't lost his instinct to filter the noise.
Don't go any lower. Don't go any lower. I'm good. It's on this side. It's not in that hill. It's over here. Got a sight. Runway inside, Prairie Papa Golf.
Stu aced the landing, but there's no time for high fives.
It's like we're lucky we got in when we did.
Yeah.
He's coming down again.
Yeah, it's like we got a little flurry.
Before the weather boxes them in, they score a fast refuel and lift off again, this time bound for North America.
As you can see, Narsarsuaq is a very interesting airport, and it will be sorely missed by aviation enthusiasts and ferry pilots around the world, as a new airport opens further to the south. Well, that's all I have for you in this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, turn on the notification bell, leave me a comment, all that. And until next time, I'll be wishing you blue skies and tailwinds.